Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about One Weekend Gear, which is the camera accessory brand run by Willem and his girlfriend Allison. Talking about the new tote bag and then also the 5-roll film pouch. How I use them and just my overall thoughts on these two products. Okay, so I'm going to actually start with the film pouch, so I'm just going to pop that down here to the side for now. Now, the film pouch is the 5-roll one. I do believe it's a 15-roll one that they also sell, but the one I have here is the 5-roll pouch. Now, I currently have in here 4 rolls. Yeah, 2 35 and 2 120. Now, if we just put them 4 back in there, grab these 4, so now we're at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, it takes up to 12 rolls in here. Close her up, there is still room to spare. So even though it is the 5-roll pouch, there is plenty of room in there for way more. Now, how I use this, if I just throw all them out again, I use the divider, which I'm a big fan of dividers, especially in camera bags and things like that. Absolute game changer feature having it in a little pouch like this. I use it either as shot and unshot, or 35 and 120, just depending on my mood, but usually it's shot and unshot. It's nice to keep things separate, and also it's just a bit faster knowing what you've shot and what you've not shot when you're going in there to get a new roll out. Also just keeps all your film together in one place, nice and safe, which if you're travelling is ideal. I've not used any Ziploc bags ever since having this going through security at airports. It's just all in here. Actually it's see-through to a degree. You know, it's there, you can potentially see, you can actually see the packaging in there. And yeah, really impressed with just how it is kind of added to my workflow and improved it. Now, materials wise, I am not going to talk about them at all because I know nothing about that. I only know how I use it and that it's good. I would say it is made out of like a raincoat or waterproof material. It feels like that anyway, like a tent. I'm not saying that it is waterproof though. It's not something I want to test or plan on testing in the future, but it does kind of have that feel. Really rigid, don't feel like it would tear on me at any point or give up, which is good, and especially if you put in a lot of film in there as well, you know it's going to hold it. I'll drop a picture now actually. I put this to the test a few weeks ago now, just seeing how many rolls of film I could fit in here. I think I got to around 25, which is a lot to say it is the 5-roll pouch. So if you were to pick up the 15-roll pouch, you could probably live inside there, I'm guessing. And it doesn't even look that much bigger than this from the images I've seen, so you can definitely probably get a lot more in there. But yeah, that's the film pouch. Not much else to say on it. Nice design, really easy to pull. Drawstring keeps it all nice and tight, safe together, and then obviously if there's no film in there, you can just screw it up into a little ball. Now, moving on. The tote bag. Now, this thing is not that big really. Really nice with size. If I just move my cameras over a little bit and have them side by side here, you can see if I was to have these two in there would be room either side for them to fit, which is how I actually kind of have my cameras in here. Now, we'll start on the outside. It's got this nice big pocket, which I would say is maybe the volume of 2 5-roll pouches. Not exactly, but just in terms of size. And then on the inside, I don't know if you can see, but there is 2 interior pouches, and then what I would call pen pockets, little ones that would fit a pen inside them, and then the rest of it is just one big pouch, which you can kind of see does come out a decent bit. And then on the back you just have this one pouch here, which is relatively deep. It goes all the way down to the base where the blue is, which I actually haven't used yet, but you could definitely fill that with some stuff. And the straps are just your normal bag strap, I'd guess, but you got the added support of it actually going all the way through around the base, which is handy. You know, it's not just going to suddenly snap off and ruin your day. And then, speaking of the base is actually padded as well, which, me personally, I do use tote bags, or the larger tote bags as camera bags, and they are not. And the amount of times I've kind of flung that off my shoulder and it's hit the floor at a speed quicker than I was expecting. I've heard my cameras smashing into the ground. Whereas with this, I know there's that extra bit of padding for when I'm being a bit careless, which puts my mind at ease a little bit more. Going up to the top, this is where I get excited about zips. Now, this boy zips shut, which means it doesn't fall. That's another great feature, always upright, but if it ever did flop, your gear's not just going to fall out all over the floor and get trodden on. It's all just going to stay in there. That is nice. Going to the top, cool little feature. I thought this was really nicely well thought out. So there is a little thing for your keys, or whatever you may want to clip on there, but it's at the top of the bag, so it just means that when your keys are on it, they're not going to be still dangling down in the bottom of the bag, scratching your gear up. It's going to be at the top, out of the way, and also easily accessible, so you have to rummage around in the bottom. There's also the water bottle pouch. I don't know if you guys can see the water bottle pouch, and then there's also a section for your laptop in there as well. Excuse me, I'm just looking at the monitor thing to see if you guys can see. I'll just throw some clips in now so you can see what I'm talking about, the internals of the bag. Now, like I said, dividers, game changer. This has a divider. My only it's not fault, the only thing I would like to have seen in this would have been a divider, just so that when your gear is in the bottom, it isn't banging together. Like I said at the start, I'll show you now, with the Mamiya 7 and the Leica in the bottom, there is wiggle room, which, if you were moving quite quick, running around and stuff like that, or even just kind of like putting the bag down or whatever, your gear is going to get banged together a little bit. However, I have the plan, and what I do is have my gear in there, have the film pouch. I use the film pouch as the divider, and that does the job. So I can't really complain because I've got a solution, but it would have been something nice to see that being carried across from the pouch to the bag. It would have potentially made it a little bit messier inside, but I'm not talking about a full height divider, just something maybe bottom 2 inches at the bottom to kind of keep your gear where you put it in the bottom, because let's face it, you're most likely going to be putting it at the bottom, and then jumpers and stuff on the top. Or me personally, that's what I do. Anyway, when I'm loading this up, I'll again just put some clips in here now so you can see what I mean by what I've just said about how I have this whole thing loaded up. I very rarely use this pocket here and the pocket at the back. I usually actually just put like food in there, like snacks and things like that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I could say about this. There's not really much, other that I am very impressed with it. This isn't a product I thought I needed, but since owning this and that, my all my other bags have just gone. Camera bags out the window. This is just my sole bag for photography now, which is really nice. And yeah, how it has kind of made my workflow more enjoyable and fit my style more, and just slotted in and improved my enjoyment with actually taking photos. Really surprised me. I've never actually had a bag really do that before, and obviously it looks cool, and who doesn't want to look cool? So yeah, well done, Willem and Allison. These are insane products, which you guys have done with, I believe it was Moment. Yeah, hats off to you guys. Really impressed, and I know a lot of other people will enjoy it as much as I do. Now, yeah, I'm just going to end the video there. I hope you guys found this insightful, especially if you are thinking of picking one of these up. I would definitely recommend it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, then that would be cool, and you can also follow me on my Instagram and see the photographs that I take with the what even is that called? The link. I'll put the link to my Instagram in the description. I'll try to think of it as like a bio, but it's not, it's like a caption, right? So yeah, all that will be down under the video. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.